Motherhood, the scariest hood you will go through, where the babies are bullies and the significant others are a bonus child. The struggle is definitely real in these streets. Hey mamas, welcome. Welcome back to Let Mama Live, the podcast. We are on episode 5. I am Jenn Pittman, mama of 2, mama of boys, mama of a toddler and an autism mama, and I am here to help you overcome the stress of the lifestyle of being a mom. This motherhood thing has stress, and we want you to overcome. We want you to be able to self-manage and fill that space with positivity, encouragement, empowerment, and bring some of your fellow mamas along for that ride. You are not in this alone. We are in this together. Even though I help other moms, I'm still in this with you. I have a struggle too, y'all, and it's definitely real. Trust me. So I am very excited to be back for episode 5. I am happy to have you here for episode 5. If you are new to the podcast, you can press pause and listen to our introduction episode, or take some time to catch up if you want to. And if you're not new, thank you for coming back. I'm so happy to have you back with me. Let me give you a little disclaimer now. I am recording this on a Saturday. It may be put out after Saturday, but I'm recording this on a Saturday and my babies are here. So you may hear them fussing and fighting or having fun, laughing and carrying on. You may hear their toys as well. So enjoy the background noise and try to zone them out or tune them out and listen to me, because I got some things to say. All right, so what's going on? Where you been? Jen, where you been, Jen? I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back. And actually, I never left. I just haven't been able to record because I have taken on a new endeavor. And yesterday, Friday, marked a month since I entered into this new journey. And that is the journey of work. I have become a working mama again. I'm back in the workforce, y'all. I spent 2 years as a stay-at-home mom. Having a child with autism, children and adults with autism do not transition well. So when we made this big move from Texas to Florida 2 years ago, we knew that it was going to be like taking 10 steps forward and 5 steps back for our oldest child. So I made the decision to stay home and not work and to focus on helping him transition smoothly. And I am so glad that I had the opportunity, because a lot of people don't have the ability or opportunity to take that time. But I'm glad that I was able to do that, and that he transitioned, and he did regress a little bit, but we pushed through and we're running smooth, and I'm glad. But you know, after a while, it was like, okay, Jen, it's time to get back to work. And I had to make that decision. And even though I wanted something maybe a little flexible, but as they say, tell God your plans and watch him laugh. Well, he had a good laugh on me, girl. He had a good one. But he put me in a wonderful position working as a health educator. And I am very excited for that endeavor. It's been an adjustment. And I have to rebalance everything that is on my plate. And so that's where I've been for a month. I haven't recorded. I left you with episode 4 on purpose, because I was like, okay, let's get episode 4 out there and give people something to listen to. I posted on social media once or twice, and then I kind of took a break and focus on adjusting. And now I'm ready to get back to it. So I apologize if you are a mama that's looking for some encouragement on Instagram and you haven't been able to find it, or you've been looking for a word on the podcast and you haven't been able to listen. I apologize, but I'm human and I have to take breaks and make sure that I'm healthy. And speaking of health, I'm back on a health kick. Y'all, it's a journey. Baby steps. Don't judge me. I'm back on a health kick. I'm trying to get my health together. You may hear my voice going in and out because around the second week of work, I started getting sick. And I stayed sick for maybe about 2 weeks. And I'm finally coming back to normal, but I still have some of the aftermath of it all, and so it's still lingering around and it shows in my voice. So I am happy to be here and back to you, y'all. Words can express how happy I am right now. So as we go on, we're going to go into our mama moment. It's time for our mama moment. This is my opportunity to share with you a word to help you push through, mama, when times are hard. Sometimes we need a positive word to help us overcome all the negativity, all the stress, all the anxiety, the fear, the doubt, whatever we have going on through our minds and our spirits. I want to give you an opportunity to utilize this tool to help you overcome. And so I created my mama moments. My mama moment for this episode is give yourself a daily pep talk. When you are hopefully taking time to yourself to kind of meditate and prepare for the day, think about a positive word, maybe in a form of an affirmation that you can use to help you overcome the tons of negativity that may be coming your way throughout the day. Give yourself a daily pep talk. I take some time to kind of get quiet and spend some time with God, to meditate and to read his word. And in that moment, sometimes words pop in my head that are encouraging for me. And I take those words and I kind of think about them. I apply them to my life, or I do some self-reflection. And when I get settled in now at my desk at work, I take an index card and I write that word on that card and post it on my corkboard. So it's there for me to look up at it and to remind myself. It's there for me to share with others. It's there for me to create this energy, this positive energy in this new space to help me overcome whatever stress that may be coming my way. So I want to encourage you to give yourself a positive daily pep talk. Like I said, it may come in the form of an affirmation. It may look different for you. It may have curse words and it may not. Whatever it is to you, whatever resonates to you, as long as you do it, I think is all that matters. It will get you through. It's very, very helpful. In the world of public health, whenever we're teaching a message and trying to create an environment of prevention where people are not indulging in or engaging in negative, risky behavior, we say that positive message should be everywhere that individual goes. So why should it not be the same in this case? If we're trying to overcome the negativity of stress, then whatever positive message, daily pep talk that we have for ourselves, we need to carry that message every single place we go. So if I start at home with my quiet time, then I'm taking it to work and I'm reflecting on it. And then I'm taking the message in my mind mentally from work to the car to my ride to pick up my kids, and then taking it home for the night when I go to bed. That is one thing that you can do with that positive message to create this environment of positivity and to overcome the challenges of stress everywhere you go. Give yourself a daily pep talk, whatever it works for you. Index card, sticky note, writing it on your mirror, edging it in your mind, whatever it takes for you. As long as you're giving yourself that daily pep talk, it will help you push through and overcome the stresses of life. This episode, I wanted to have a little conversation with you. Typically, if you are new to the podcast, we go into another segment where we're escaping reality and looking into the lives of celebrities and pop culture. But I just wanted to have a conversation with you. This is the big episode 5, and life has been crazy for the past month. As I said before, it's something that I am learning that I want to share with you and hope that you can maybe relate to or think about to see how you can apply it to your life. Life experiences seems to make you more mature, whether it's the experience of having children, or maybe you've experienced some bad situation in your life that has changed you for the better. Those experiences tend to mature you, and you can take that level of maturity to take your life to the next level. And I want you to be able to receive those experiences and accept those experiences. I have come to accept that I am a certain type of person, especially in my mid-30s. As I am getting older, I say to myself, you know what? Instead of changing something that you don't like about yourself or a characteristic about yourself, how can I accept it and make it work for me? for the better. I mean, I'm not talking about like something like, oh, you're stubborn and you need to, keep that energy. I'm not talking about that. Like, if it's something bad, then you really need to change it. But if it's something that's not that bad about your character that other people might not like, so what? It's okay to be that type of person. I'll give you an example. I am an introvert. Okay, so in some arenas, I am very socially awkward. Some people who may know me that's listening to this or are maybe friends or associates, you have experienced that level of awkwardness that I display. I am very socially awkward. And it's probably where my child from with autism gets it from. Maybe so. I don't know. But I am an introvert. And as I was growing up, I wanted to change that about myself. I didn't want to be the quiet girl in the back of the classroom. I didn't want to be the teenager who was anxious about going to parties or calling people over the phone because of her social awkwardness. I didn't want to be that person, but I am. And I have come to accept that that is the way I am. Sometimes I find myself giving people disclaimers like, look, this is just who I am. Charge it to my head and I'm hard. I have nothing against you. But when I'm quiet like this, that means I'm in my zone and I'm doing my thing. I refer to myself as a light switch. When I'm out and I'm networking and I'm talking to people, I'm conversing, I'm talking to friends or whatever it may be about a topic maybe that I'm passionate about, I turn that light switch on and I am on fire. But when I get to a place where I'm by myself, that light switch is going off, honey. Girl, I am not on that level anymore. I'm not keeping that same energy. I am in my zone and I am to myself and I am getting my energy back because that is a really, really exhausting time period when I have that light switch on. And so getting back to what I was trying to express, life experiences that I have experienced led me to be more mature, led me to think of things a little differently, led me to be very, very, very self-conscious and self-reflective. Like I am aware, maybe, not self-conscious, but self-aware. It made me become more self-aware and more self-reflective of the type of person I am and the situations that I go through, and allows me to make a mature life decision when I am faced at a crossroad. When I'm faced at a crossroad where I have to make a decision, I'm able to make a more mature decision for myself because of the life experiences that I've had. Now, there are going to be some people that don't understand that because I'm only 35 years old. I'm not old at all, but I see it as I'm 5 years to 40, but some people see it that you were just 35 years ago, So some people may say that you're aging yourself, but I just think that the experiences that I faced in my life have matured me and allowed me to create platforms like this to help you kind of overcome the challenges that you may face. And so I want to encourage you to accept the person you are, become more self-aware, more self-reflective, and know that, it's okay to have life experiences that tend to mature you. It's okay to accept being the person that you are, unless it's something bad like being stubborn. Like, no, we shouldn't be stubborn, y'all. Some things we shouldn't be spiteful. We shouldn't be petty. It's some things that I feel like we shouldn't be. Now, we are human and we do have those moments, but I'm not saying, oh, well, I'm just that way. I'm just going to be that way. You can't change me. I ain't saying have that kind of attitude. I'm saying be more self-aware and self-conscious and more self-reflective about the things you're doing. Accept the good things and do away with the bad things. I am proud of myself because I've had some horrible experiences, and I've had some experiences that have been detrimental to my health because of stress, and that led me to doing this and hoping that you won't have the same outcome that I had. And now looking back, I can say thank you for those experiences, and I am so glad that I am able to do that. So if you are in a situation where it just sucks right now, like you hate it, you hate some person, you hate some situation that they put you in, you hate that you put yourself in a situation maybe in the past, and you're still seeing the effects of that decision that you made, find a way to get back on track. find a way to look at your life experiences as an opportunity to mature and to move past whatever you were faced with. And that is my word for the day, honey. That's my word. I mean, I know I told you to give yourself a daily pep talk, but really I wanted to talk on those life experiences. I had experiences in the workforce. And now that I'm back in the workforce, maybe this is a good conversation to have. When I was in the workforce, I was faced with some negativity, y'all. And this negativity put me down. Like, I was at my lowest. And I faced depression. I faced stress altering my body, from gaining weight to having infertility to having muscle spasms for a month, and going to therapy helped me overcome that. And I was at my lowest. I really was. And it wasn't just that work situation, but it was life on top of that. It was like you were at a point where you just don't know what to do next or where to go. And all you know is that you want all of this stuff to go away. I thank God that I wasn't at a point where I wanted to kill myself or hurt myself in any way, but I was curled up in that ball and I wanted that pain to go away. And so my strongest thing that I had to stand on was my spirituality. And I reached out for help. You know, I had, and I could have went a different route, but I chose to go to therapy. I chose to see a physical therapist. I chose to see a behavioral therapist, and to talk through the challenges that I was facing. And I had some moments where I cried. I had some moments where I looked at myself and said, man, you're so stupid for allowing this to happen. Those were moments that I needed to have to mature me, to move me forward to where I am now. And that is the reason why I have Let Mama Live, and I have Love Life, Live Life, to help mamas, to help teen girls, to help future mamas overcome the stress that life brings us, because life is going to bring us stress. But that stress, y'all, is so deadly. It's so unhealthy. And it's what determines our future in so many cases. It is what determines our future. And if we don't know how to manage it properly, if we don't know how to overcome it, then it's going to take us under. And then what are you going to do? That's the question. And then what are you going to do? So I want to, again, encourage you to look at your life experiences. Ask yourself, what is the message in this mess? Use that message to mature you, and take that level of maturity to push you to the next level of motherhood. Because ultimately, you have to take care of the babies that you have. And in order to take care of the babies that you have to take care of yourself. And if you are a woman that is listening to this and you don't have babies, but you hope to have babies in the future, the stress that you are experiencing now can affect your plans of being a mama in the future. Not only your plans, but it affects that future baby as well. If you are a young lady and you are listening to this, I want to let you know that you can start now. You don't have to wait until you start adulting to figure out how you're going to overcome the stress of being an adult. Start now. Early prevention is key when it comes to learning how to self-manage your stress and all the other health factors that comes from having stress. A lot of people don't know you have heart disease, lung disease, cancer. Those are just 3. High blood pressure, stroke, heart attack. Those are 6 diseases that comes from stress. A lot of people don't know that. But an ongoing chronic stressful situation can lead to these challenges. So that is why it's very important for me to do what I do to help you overcome and manage yourself, your stress, self-manage your stress. And if you can't self-manage it, I encourage you to go find help, find someone to help you. Whether it's someone like me, who is a health coach, coaching you through these situations, or if it's a therapist, who I highly recommend anyone to go see a therapist. Whatever avenue you choose, as long as you choose something, that's all that matters. So I hope that you take this message to heart, and you're able to apply it to whatever you're faced with, apply it to your life. And I hope from this message you gathered the importance, the passion that I have behind everything I do with Let Mama Live and everything I do with Love Life, Live Life, Health Education Services. Now, welcome to Confessions of a Mama. This is my opportunity to confess to you the challenges that I face as a mama. As I said in the beginning, even though I help other mamas overcome their challenges, does not mean I don't have challenges of my own. Confessions of a Mama is a segment that allows me to confess to you those challenges that I am facing and the lesson that comes from those challenges. In the last segment, I kind of got into what I want to say, but, well, it goes hand in hand. But my confession of the day is to be flexible. Be more flexible. Flexibility is key. What do I mean? I'm not talking about like the flexibility in your body, but I'm talking about being flexible day in and day out. When you have changes to come about as you're going through your day, how flexible are you when it comes to bending to those changes? That is one of the messages that is on my corkboard at work. Be more flexible. I am flexible. Sometimes when you experience changes throughout your day, it stresses you out. You're like, oh my gosh, I had everything going the way that I planned, and now I'm like stressed out because y'all keep changing stuff, or something changed and now I gotta go do this and do that and X, Y, Z. And so we have to be more flexible, ladies, to overcome that stress that comes with not being flexible. I want to encourage you to be more flexible when you face your life experiences. Being more flexible can lead to being mature because, like I said before, those life experiences lead to maturity. But when you're not flexible as you're going through those life experiences, then you're liable to break. And we don't want you to break. So I want to encourage you in this confession to be more flexible. It's a challenge that I face, so I know it may be a challenge that you face. I am flexible. Let yourself know. Be flexible. All right, mamas, we've come to the end of episode 5. I am so happy to be back, and to finish this episode out, I want to encourage you to celebrate yourself. All the little wins that you have in your life, celebrate them. Hey, if you got home from work and was able to cook dinner without getting exhausted or tired from your day, celebrate that. If you were able to be on time to work in the morning or dropping off your kids at school or daycare, celebrate that. If you were able to go wake up in the morning and go to wherever your next destination for that day was, you need to definitely celebrate that. Whatever it takes, make sure you're celebrating yourself and know that I am celebrating you daily on Let Mama Live, social media, Instagram at Let Mama Live. So I always like to close out, continue to be bold, be confident, and be courageous. Those are 3 affirmations that you can put up on your board every day. I am bold. I am confident. I am courageous. Tell yourself that when you give yourself a pep talk to help you push through. So in the meantime, continue to be bold, be confident, and be courageous. Don't forget to celebrate yourself and keep grinding because we know this struggle is real. The Let Mama Live podcast is sponsored by Blackout Photography. Check out his work at Snap Game on Instagram or www.theblackoutphotography, that's THE blackoutphotography.com. Thank you for your support.